Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Ajay, cybersecurity and network security trainer at Networker Zone. So in the last video, we have seen about network segmentation, that what is network segmentation and why it is important. So today let's understand that how you're going to segment your network. Okay, let's understand about the approach of your network segmentation. Now, if you want to segment your network, first of all, the first thing you need is that you need to understand your network architecture, that how your network has been designed, how your network has been laid. So now once you know the network architecture, you need to map your entire network devices, the users, the applications that you're using, and then you have to categorize them depending on their criticality. That means how sensitive those devices are. Okay, so that would be your first step. In the first step, you would just categorize your devices and you would understand your network architecture, that how the devices in your network are connected to each other. Then once this is done, once you have categorized your network into different segments, so what you will do is you are going to identify your critical assets. Now, what are your critical assets? In a network, not everything is important. Okay, not all the applications are having or handling sensitive information. Okay, not all the devices are processing the sensitive data. There is some data that is highly sensitive and confidential that has to be given more priority, and then there is some data which is not that critical, so that data we give with a lesser priority. Okay, so that way, based on the sensitivity of the information, we identify our critical assets. That okay, if some of the assets are compromised, then what kind of impact they are going to have on the organization or on the business. Okay, so we will identify our critical assets. That will be our step 2. Now, once you have identified your critical assets, next step would be that you are going to select your segmentation approach. Okay, now what will be your segmentation approach? You can go for physical segmentation. Now, when we talk about physical segmentation, you can talk about like you are physically separating two departments. Okay, so there you have to use different switches. You have to use different routers. That would be what your physical segmentation. Then second one would be your logical segmentation. So logical segmentation would include concepts like VLAN, that you are deploying VLANs, and with the help of VLANs, you are isolating one subnet or few hosts from another host or one department from another department. That is your logical approach. Now, another one we also have one more approach, which is your micro segmentation approach. So what is your micro segmentation approach? So in the micro segmentation approach, what we are doing is basically we are using your SDN architectures. Okay, where within a single segment, let's say you have used physical or logical segmentation, you have separated few hosts from other hosts, but even within a single segment also we can isolate a particular node from another node, one device from another device with the help of SDN. That is your micro segmentation. So with the help of all these technologies, what we are doing, we are performing your segmentation, we are isolating the number of devices. And as we discussed, that the benefit of your segmentation is what? That if one of the segment is compromised, your another segment is still safe. Okay. Now we can do what? We can start monitoring the traffic. Okay. Once we have decided our segmentation approach, we can monitor the traffic and data flow in each and every segment. And for that, depending on the sensitivity of the segment and the assets, what we can do is we can deploy firewalls, IDS and IPS kind of solutions where we can apply dedicated security policy on each segment. Okay, so individual segment can be assigned with individual policies. Once this is done, next thing you are going to do is what? You are going to perform penetration tests. That means you will analyze. Okay, you are going to review and analyze and update your segmentation. How? We will conduct penetration test to know that okay, what kind of vulnerabilities are there in a particular segment, and especially you will focus on your critical assets, the segment that is containing your critical assets. So there you will conduct a penetration test and you will try to gather the information about what all the vulnerabilities are there, and whether how many of those vulnerabilities are actually exploitable. You will verify those vulnerabilities, and if they are exploited, then in that case, what will be the impact on the business? Okay, like what extent impact is going to be there. So these all things you are going to check, and once you come to know about the vulnerabilities and all, then you are going to regularly patch those vulnerabilities, and this will be an ongoing process. Continuously you will review, monitor and update, review, monitor and update. This is the process you are going to use. Okay, so this is what you are going to use. These are all the steps where you start with understanding the network architecture for the first thing. Then you identify your critical assets, you select your segmentation approach, then you start monitoring the traffic, and then you review your segmentation approaches. With the help of penetration tests, you find out vulnerabilities and you patch them. So this is the entire process that you can use for segmenting your network, and you can protect your network from cyber attacks. You can reduce the attack surface. Okay, so this was all about your segmentation and how you're going to do the segmentation in this video. So more about it we'll see in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.